What's up, guys? DJ Doomslayer here, and you are listening to Doom to Hell on Metal Devastation Radio. And I'm sure you guys have recently been hearing about this band called Witchrot, and if you checked them out, they got this really kick-ass self-titled doom metal album. And speaking of them, I have Witchrot on the phone. So, how's it going, man?
Hey, dude. Pretty good. I'm just walking in the cold Toronto air to a friend's place.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Alright.
How did the band start?
Well, I moved from British Columbia back to Ontario because I'm originally from Ontario, and eventually I was in a couple bands, and eventually, you know, it was about time for me to start something really heavy, opposed to just greasy garage kind of music, and I was really excited to finally play bass, which is my primary instrument, and I kind of just met a couple people through, you know, various groups online, or metal groups or whatever, and I recruited my old drummer from my other band called Crazy Bone, just kind of out of necessity, because I don't know what it's like everywhere else, but finding a drummer in Toronto is quite difficult. Or at least there's only one band, you know what I mean? Everyone, they're whoring themselves around, which isn't bad, but, you know. Yeah, from there, I kind of just put things together, just wrote songs, got some lyrics that we had a singer, Leah, kind of just do her own thing too, and yeah, from there, it took off and then it failed really quick, but we're back on track.
That's awesome, dude. With the self-titled album, you guys released that just a couple months ago, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think near the end of October. So not even a couple months, maybe like, you know what I mean? Maybe
yeah.
A bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were getting like the right people were talking about it. Not that there was a lot of them, but you know, Weedian and a couple cool other blogs, you know. Just, you know, the kind of people that we were excited to talk about it, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. What's the whole story behind the album? Like the tracks, like the meaning behind the tracks, how you guys came up with the concept, you know, that kind of shit.
Well, I was reading this book back when called The Druids, and it was really cool. I already knew of the Druids, but I didn't really understand their whole philosophy and like all the stuff that they believed and the extent of their culture, I guess, or their mark on culture, their culture. And yeah, we kind of wrote songs, or I guess the drummer and I kind of put together a bunch of lyrics just one night, because our singer at the time, she wasn't really singing anything. She'd never been in a band before. Great singer. I was so glad that she's still on board, but she had no direction, and she was just kind of scatting almost, but it was great, right?
Yeah.
Just doing kind of the sound, which for me is like the number one thing when I write lyrics. I just kind of, you know, just come to you kind of whatever, right? So
yeah.
And then we were partying one night, and then we wrote a song called Devil's Dirt, just because, you know, putting things in your nose or whatever, and yeah. So I guess that's the odd one out, because it is it's the only song that's not, you know, 7+ minutes.
Yeah. What does each part of the Druid Smoker tracks represent?
Well, I guess the first one would be Druid Smoke Part 1. It would represent literally the Druid explaining himself, or the Druid walks into the smoke, passing through a spider's web, was that was kind of their explanation of life and death. It was like, life is, you're on one side of the spider's web, and then death is you're passing through it. And, it's kind of a continuous thing. It doesn't really end. But, there's a cycle that ends, I guess. But, so there's that. And then the Druid Smoke Part 2, the sacrifice there is about pretty much like the Druid-esque, which is, it's like the female druids, and they would kill men to help them find their power.
Yeah.
And they actually had people in their tribes that were designated sacrificers. So they were well-respected people in the community that would literally just go out and sacrifice people.
That's kick-ass. That's that's fucking awesome. I didn't know about the whole spiderweb thing.
Yeah, it's just I don't know if that's truly what they believe, but that was the reference that the one druid gave in the book that I was reading, right? So,
yeah.
I essentially just read this book and got inspired and wrote a bunch of lyrics, and then lost the book, and I'll have to find a different book to write some more lyrics, I guess.
That is so fucking awesome, though. That sounds... That's as doom metal as it fucking gets.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's a lot of songs where you listen to and it's like, yeah, sure, talking about witches and something and stuff like that, but it's fucking sweet, you know what I mean? I don't want to... It's not like I don't like that stuff. Some people are like, yeah, it's fucking typical. But it's typical and it's awesome, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I love that theme you got going on there, especially when you explain it more. That makes the shit kick... fuck. It makes it kick a whole lot more ass to me.
Right on.
So, while we're talking about the album, I was very intrigued by the album cover. I thought it looked really fucking cool. How does that connect to the album, and who did the cover artwork for it?
The artwork was done by a friend of ours, Lisa Westwood, who, since we put that album out, she's gotten a lot more attention for her art, which is awesome. But it doesn't really have much to do with Druid, kind of, the Druid songs or anything. But, Witchrot, I just thought of, something very witchy, but classic. The poison apple kind of vibe of Snow White. Originally I was thinking of taking a picture, but then it just seemed like too much work to get something right when you could just find a friend who's a good artist and just do it, right?
Yeah. It looks really, really cool. I love the witch hand wrapped around the apple and the coloration of it. It's really kick-ass.
Yeah, she drew it up, and then I was kind of like, yeah, now do this, now do this, now do that. I'm very particular when it comes to, certain, I don't know, pretty much everything, I suppose, that has to do with my music.
Yeah, that's a good characteristic to have as a musician. It makes you produce better shit.
Yeah, that's what I think. When I was younger, being in a bunch of punk bands and stuff, you fuck up, and he's like, oh, whatever. But, now that I'm, right? But now that I'm older and, spending money on good recordings, it's like, well, fuck, spending money, might as well make it as good as it can be, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I know I said before that I wouldn't really go into the whole thing with the Facebook post that was recently made, but after reading like articles that you know, like the people that interviewed you, like Vice and stuff like that, and seeing comments that people posted online, I had it sparked a couple questions from me.
Yeah, it's hard to ignore.
Yeah. Well, like, first off, I have to ask, how has, you know, with it hitting pages like Metal Hammer and Loudwire, and even like George Takei's Facebook page, which really caught me off guard. I was like, if fucking George Takei's posting about this, then this is some serious mainstream shit going on with the attention that you're getting. And I want to know how has the spread of that post affected your band?
Well, on the post it said also our drummer is dead, but that was not true. I ran the whole thing by our drummer, and he was like, yeah, just say that I died, because who cares, I quit 2 weeks prior. So that has, you know, we never had a drummer at that point anyway.
Yeah.
But affected the band. Obviously, the guitar player is out and will never be seen again. And I just figured that I would continue the band. I was gonna leave Toronto forever, and I was gonna shack up in the woods somewhere up north, maybe, and write a black metal album or something. But yeah, I was like really ready to. But then I was talking to our singer Leah, and she was beyond excited to continue the band with me. So we're gonna continue. The two of us, plus we've recruited a member of my other band, Crazy Bones, and a member of Mimico on drums there. And now I'm going to take over guitar because the other guitar sucks. So. Yeah, like in the studio, I had to play all the solos. It was like, even when we'd be like, yeah, man, just like throw a solo in there, and he'd be like, you know, I don't really know. Like, what the fuck, man? Just fucking do it. I thought you were a guitar player, you know? Whatever.
Yeah, I remember, like, since I was actually following your page, I saw the original post before I saw it blow up. And I remember just, like, I just remember seeing this picture of this fucked up guitar, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. And then I remember reading the article, and when I got to the end, and then it said also our drummer died, I remember, like, the first thing that was like, damn, their fucking drummer died on top of that. And then like, it dawned on me for a second. I was like, this is some fucking, like, Spinal Tap shit. And then I started laughing about it. Like, I think part of the problem with it going mainstream was that a lot of people didn't get the joke.
Yeah, and I didn't mean to, like, offend anyone by saying that, because I know there were, like, a couple people that were like, hey, my drummer actually died, so fuck you. You know, yeah, totally. Like, I deserve that, but, like, I had 300 likes on Facebook, and then it went up to, like, George Takai sharing it, you know, like you were saying, like, I had no idea that it would reach anyone. I thought, you know, I'm just gonna say whatever the fuck I feel, because no one's gonna give a shit anyways. But I guess they did, so, anyways.
Yeah, and I was looking at the comments on shit as well, and, like, not only were people getting pissed off that you joked about the drummer dying, which I thought was funny on top of the original joke, but people were like, your band, with you joking about the drummer dying and not actually ending your band or going on hiatus, were branding you as the next Threaten, and I was wondering what you thought of that.
Well, I said everything I said was true other than the drummer dying, right? And like, I was ready to I just said extended hiatus because I figured, like, you know, I'm gonna go into a hole and write the music, but it just turned out that so many people actually messaged me and, like, I don't know, it came so big, you know, I couldn't stop it, right?
Yeah.
So it was like I would be an idiot to not continue, because that's the whole reason why I live in this stupid expensive city. You know?
Yeah.
I moved here for music, and then as soon as I'm ready to leave, the opportunity becomes so right. It's like, why would I do that? That would be, you know, that would be the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Yeah. Well, like, the people saying shit like that, like comparing you to Threaten, I thought it was bullshit. Like, people like that kind of pissed me off. I had to step away from the comment section of articles about your band, just because I wanted to say things, because I felt like comparing you to Threaten was completely insulting to your band, because you didn't bullshit anything. The only thing you did was make a joke at the end of your post. I thought everything else about it was legitimate, and, you know, sometimes, you know, you say things at the moment and you're prepared to do something, and then, like you said, you know, people respond to your post and kind of open up a new opportunity that would make you continue in that area. And I don't know, I don't understand where, like, because I know you're getting so much positivity. Like, I saw that how many more Facebook likes you got now. And,
yeah.
But I guess with every 10 new fans you get one hater, and
that's okay, man, right? Like,
yeah.
I'll take it, right? I mean, my one buddy said, dude, you got haters now. That's how you know that you're on the right track. Right? Which is totally true. How many times have I seen a band where I've been like, yo, fuck that band, and then they're probably the band that I talk about the most. You know what I mean? Like, when there's someone that, you know, I would much rather people either hate a band or love a band, instead of just being like, yeah, alright, whatever. You know? It's like, obviously I'd rather more people love it, but, you know, that was the Infant album, right? The next stuff is to be loved.
Yes. Is there any, speaking of the upcoming stuff, is there anything you can tell us about it? Like, what kind of sound you're going for? Like, if you're going to stay with the Doom sound, or if you're going to venture out into different things?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to stick to what we were doing, but not completely, because that's boring. I think, you know, I've always been inspired by so much music, right? Like, I mean, my first love as a kid was Kiss, but, you know, I grew up listening to everything other than, you know, auto-tune rap and shit like that. But you know what I mean? Like, there's so much that inspires me, whether or not it be, you know, black metal or funeral doom or whatever, right? Like, I think it's important to have different elements everywhere. But yeah, the next few songs, we're definitely spending more time in the studio perfecting things. But I mean, nothing's perfect, right? I don't know. That's the way I see it. When you're recording, it's like you just gotta give up at some point. There's only so much you can add, right?
Yeah. Speaking of like bands that have inspired you, are there any particular, like, I know you were naming off like genres that bands that inspired you came from, but are there any like specific bands that you're just like, this is like my main inspiration for what I do?
Like, of all time, or like right now?
Either or.
Yeah. I mean, I think the first, like, doom band, or just like really disgusting band that I right? And then eventually I got into really heavy stuff. Well, I guess depending on who you're asking. But yeah, Electric Wizard, like the wall of sound of like the bad acid trip 60s wall of sound, you know what I mean? Like that, it's huge. It's similar to, I think, like My Bloody Valentine, who are also another fantastic band. Obviously not metal, but just that big wall of like noise, and it's fucking putrid, right? Like it's big, and those are two bands that definitely inspire me. I mean, not that I think we sound like My Bloody Valentine, or I hope we don't sound too much like anyone, right? But other than ourselves,
yeah.
But yeah, as of now, what's that? The band Resin. I'm a really big fan of them. They're really cool. I think they're from Chicago. I'm not sure. And I've been listening to this band called Witchgoat. I think they're called Witchgoat. I think they're from Washington. Pretty sure they put out 2 albums this year. They were on a similar. They were on the same radio shows up on like Stoner Witch Radio, and yeah, I really like them.
It's awesome. I actually haven't heard of Witchgoat. I should probably check that out.
Yeah, they're fucking cool. They're really cool. I really like the sound. It's like, it's badass. I don't know. That's really the only way I ever explain any music. It's either badass or it's not, right?
Yeah. And one thing I just wanted to kind of say, this isn't really like a question or anything, but from what I've heard from your stuff, you know, I love doom metal, but I always come across like 20 doom metal bands that sound just like stuff that's already been done. And like, you know, to me, bands are always either like ripping off like Sabbath or Candlemass, or they're doing heavier stuff similar to like what Paul Bearer's doing. And when I listened to your music, I didn't feel like, oh, this sounds like Sabbath or Typo Negative or anything like that. I was like, holy shit, this sounds really original. And I was mesmerized by it.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad. I mean, all those bands you named off are great, so I get it, right? Like, there's inspiration everywhere, but you gotta eat it up and barf it out and morph it into some mutated thing of your own, right?
Yeah. I think that's like the best thing to do. Like, where, like, you might be able to get like spoon tastes of different inspirations, but you just feel like you're listening to something completely original, as if like nothing inspired it at all. It just came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah. Cool.
What gear do you use, like guitar, bass wise?
I use for guitar, even on the last album, because I owned all the gear. I use a Les Paul. I recently got a Les Paul, but the other guitarist had a Les Paul, so that worked. But I also have an Ampeg Stud, which is a really cool Japanese guitar from the 70s. It looks like a fat SG. It's really sweet. I'm a big fan of that guitar. I was almost thinking of selling it because I recently got this Les Paul, but no, I'm gonna hold on to it for sure. It's really cool. And then I use on guitar a Sun Solaris with a matching cab, and then I've recently added 2x12 Orange into the mix. So yeah, instead of having just the one, right, to make it louder. And then on bass, we're using my 73 Guild. I forget what the model is, but once again, it looks like an SG, similar. It's got a super fat neck, really nice. It's the same bass, I'm pretty sure, that the Stooges bass player used on, I think, Funhouse or whatever.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, not the exact one, but, you know, it's like, but yeah, you know, I love that bass. That's actually the reason why I started this band, was because I wanted to start a heavy band, and I found pretty much my dream bass, and I was like, well, this calls for a heavy band, and, yeah, it sounds great. And then through that, we have an acoustic cab, which is really fucking cool, and it used to have the matching head, which is excuse me, which is a solid state, but it's a little busted. There's essentially, at our jam space, there is so much gear that is busted that we always have to opt out for what isn't busted, and then when we bring something in, we use something else heavily, and then that gets busted, and then it's a never-ending cycle. Like, I have to bring in a bunch of stuff before we play our first show back. But yeah, and then pedals, I mean, I don't know, we kind of switch it up all the time, so, you know, different fuzzers, different delays, a tuner, definitely ideal. And then Leah uses some sort of Juno synthesizer from, I don't know what year. It's pretty 80s though, but yeah, I'm excited to explore it more in the studio.
That's kick-ass.
And yeah, and then for drums, I don't really know. I'm not really a drummer, so it's just like I know, like our drummer has this old what is it, like glossy red. I think it's a Gretsch kit from the 50s or something like that. It's really old. I already bought it off. He bought it off a friend of a friend who just like trades gear. That's like his full-time gig. He just trades and buys gear and just sells gear. And he just has like a warehouse full of gear. But he got it for a really good deal, so he's had it forever. But yeah, other than that, I can't really say much about the drums.
That's fucking cool. Like,
yeah, gear is cool.
Oh,
gear is
yeah.
fucking sweet. Whenever I see a band, I'm always like, oh, I gotta see this pedalboard. Oh, yeah, check that, right? Oh my god, a highlight, what? You know what I mean? Like, it's really cool. Like, I remember seeing Elder, and like, half the time I was like, just looking at all their gear, right?
yeah. I love talking to bands about gear. Every chance I get, like in my interviews and shit, I always talk about fucking gear. I was watching I don't know if you're familiar with the band called Ruby the Hatchet.
Yeah.
I saw them live open for Pallbearer, and
Cool.
their keyboardist had a fucking theremin. No, not the theremin. Fuck. I think it was called. I'm getting my fucking gear mixed up, sorry. It was a Leslie amp. It was like, you know, one of those amps where it had the fucking spinny piece inside of it.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that shit looks so fucking cool. And I recently found out what it was, but I had to go so long of just being like, what's the fucking cool amp with the spinny thing in it?
Yeah, man. Gear is fucking cool. I hear you, man. I totally agree. I love going to, like, the old, you know, a shop with some old dude that's like, hey, man, come check this shit out. You know, it's really cool. I fucking just used this back in the 60s, you know? Like, that's great, man. I love that shit.
Yeah, I'm a fucking gear whore. I love it.
You have a lot of excess gear?
I don't, unfortunately. I would if I could afford it. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, all my money goes to rent or gear and like repairing gear. There's no saving money in this city, or especially if you're doing music.
Yep.
But
most of my gear drooling's either based off of like what little I have for my guitar stuff or my record player, or it's done online looking at prices that I can't meet right now.
yeah, the online gear is like, you know, like gear porn. It's too much, man. Like Reverb, you just go on Reverb.com and you just like sift through all that stuff. Even just Kijiji, really. I mean, depending on where you are, there's so much good stuff everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And it's all unaffordable.
Yeah, fucking Reverb has those goddamn ads pop up while I'm on Facebook with like,
oh yeah,
it was like a custom ESP carved into like the shape of this old school devil. And every time they pop that up, I'm like, I'm gonna click on this $6,000 guitar and then like think about selling my car for it.
Yeah. Hey man, maybe one day you'll get the courage to do it. Maybe that's not a good thing. I don't know.
No, I don't think that would benefit me very much.
Right on.
Let's see. Next question. We got a question in the chat room. From Megan. She wants to know what your favorite horror movies and monsters are.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, I mean, like, obviously, horror movies are a go-to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know many people who are into metal that don't really like horror movies. But probably my favorite horror movie of all time, I mean, I guess it's not even really considered a horror movie, but like, The Kill List is one of my favorite movies. It's just so fucking culty, and it's like, it leaves you with like, what the fuck is going on, and the whole time. I guess it's not really a horror movie, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's evil. There's definitely an evil feeling to it. Right?
Yeah.
I really like the movie Borderlands too. It's one of those found footage movies. I think in the UK it's called Final Prayer. I'm not sure, or it might be the opposite way around. But you know, it's one of those found footage movies, but it's really cool. The ending is really spooky. I guess I don't like tight spaces though, so that's without giving anything away. But yeah, it's a good movie. And then I also love the original Black Christmas, like one of my favorite movies of all time, because you know, my family used to watch it on Christmas, and like, it's just so fucking evil. And it was filmed in, it was like a Canadian movie, so I don't know, big fan of an original slasher. And like, it's not really a monster, but you know, the killer in that movie, Billy, fucking terrifying, man. It's definitely one of my favorite like killers or whatever. But yeah, I feel like favorite monsters. I love like old Christopher Lee vampire movies too, right? Like, fuck Lee. Really cool.
Oh yeah. It's fucking awesome.
That's the stuff that I used to watch as a kid because they were cheap to rent at on VHS, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my dad was like, alright, this will set you up for the whole weekend. I'll just rent a couple of these movies for you. And yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's fucking awesome. Like, most people, because she asks that question like almost every interview I do, and most people have like their iconic slashers, but you actually had some movies I haven't seen before, more obscure stuff. And
I mean, like, you know, don't get me wrong, I love like Halloween and, you know, The Thing and whatever. Horror movies are awesome, right? Like,
yeah.
But I'm always looking for something different, something new, and like, you know, I really liked Hereditary, and then I didn't meet anyone that was like, it was okay. People either hated it or they loved it, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to horror movies, it's like, if somebody recommends something to me and I watch it, I'm like, this movie sucks, I will never take the recommendation ever again. Because, you know, it all depends, right?
Yeah.
Like bands, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Too much good shit out there hidden amongst everything.
Yeah, if only everyone had a cheating girlfriend that made their band huge, you know?
Sorry. It's...
No, it's funny, man.
It's good that you can find humor in it.
Oh yeah, you have to, yeah, man, totally.
Speaking of, your bands and stuff, I know that, like, your other band didn't gather quite as much attention from that, so you wanna tell us about your other band?
Crazy Bones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're a garage band. We've been a band since we were, we've been a band for like 5 years, but I moved away for a while. And then we all ended up in Toronto and kind of just decided to play together because it was fun. But, yeah, I mean, I didn't expect that Crazy Bones would get any attention from that. But we actually did, like, a couple articles would write just little extra things about Crazy Bones, and then a friend of mine said that a friend of theirs was in Mexico, and there was an entire article written about us, which I like about Crazy Bones.
Oh, that's awesome.
I could not find that article, but that's what somebody told me, so I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, if you like Witchrot, that doesn't mean that you would like Crazy Bones. I mean, it's garage, but there's a little bit of doom elements in there, but it's kind of poppy too, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that you're like doing a band with different sound and all that, like, because Peter Steele did that with Carnivore. You can't be like, man, I fucking love Typo Negative, but Carnivore, man, it's too much for me. Like, there's people like that out there. And, it's not for everybody, but not everybody wants to. I'm sure with you, like, if you're like, hey, I want to do something different than the Doom shit, you can't just do that with Witchrot and expect people to. Because people, like, maybe like the sound of it, but they'll be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, I think every good band should evolve, right? Like,
yeah.
Whether you mean to or not, you're going to evolve. Sorry, I should say.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there's no way that, even the Ramones eventually, like, they added a bunch of synths and, like, their songs got a little bit more, I don't know, technical when, I guess that's when people stop liking the Ramones so much or whatever, but still, you know what I mean? Like, even just listening to that first album to, like, Road to Ruin, it's still, like, it's similar, but definitely a little different, right? But yeah, man, I mean, there's just so much good music, and I don't really want to hold myself back. That's what I used to do when I was younger. I'd, like, write a really good song. I'd be like, yeah, but it doesn't really fit my band, so I'm not going to keep this song.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck didn't I just, like, put it in the vault? You know what I mean? Who knows?
Yeah. I really think it's good for bands to venture out their sound, whether people like it or not. Like, I was just saying that it's hard to do that sometimes as a band because of the reception you get. Like, I think it's cool that Peter Steele was able to do the cool shit he did with Carnivore and then jump over to something different like Typo and still, like, have people that loved one or the other or both and, like, still not have people going like, well, why the fuck did you do this? Because, like, when bands completely switch sounds, like, even if I, like, am a fan of that band and I fucking hate that album, depending on how they did it, as long as they're not, like, going into, like, doing the motions and just doing cookie cutter music and just following what mainstream trends make them want to follow, and they're making original music that just sounds different than the rest of their stuff, I'm going to respect it completely, even if I don't like it.
Totally. I think that's a big thing, right? Is that people, like, that's radio, right? That's what radio music is. It's all just stuff that's supposed to sound like what's on the radio. I mean, generally speaking, right?
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. It's like I'll put on a station, and it's like none of the songs have, like most of the songs have the fucking, like, same sound. Like they all, I mean, I don't know, at least fucking certain radio stations, you know what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah.
Certain, just, I don't know, city radio stations that are like, it's just that sound. It's like, yeah, this band sounds like they're on Indie 88, you know? Which is like, that's not really like a genre, that's a radio station. Anyways.
Yeah, like, you know, where I live, like, we have a local rock station. I used to really, really dig it, but now that I've started doing internet radio with this station, and, like, being able to do uncensored music and have these uncensored interviews and stuff like that and just have full freedom, it made me realize, like, how to the formula they are on things. Like, for example, you know, Ghost has been getting a shitload of mainstream radio play lately, and not saying that they're making music that's cookie cutter or anything, it's just their sound drifted in a way that the more mainstream audience has tended to enjoy it more. But you won't hear the doomy shit off their first album played on the radio because that's too satanic. And I don't...
Yeah.
Like, it just... It sucks that they do stuff like that. Like, what really gets to me is where you have smaller bands that might have longer than average songs, so they cut sections out of it. But whenever they play like Metallica, they'll play the entirety of Master of Puppets and shit like that. Like, give these smaller bands the amount of airtime that you're giving Metallica or Five Finger Death Punch.
Totally. That's cool. Like, I see certain radio stations. When I go to Montreal, I've actually heard Ghost on their radio station, and I was like, wow, that's sweet. I remember being like, yeah, this is awesome. Not bad. Like, I like Ghost or whatever, but, you know, I'm not the biggest Ghost fan, but I just remember being really excited that there was, you know, a metal band that, I guess, but they're fucking huge though, right? Like, why wouldn't they be on the radio? I don't know. I guess it depends where you are.
Yeah. It's weird how the music thing works. Like, their second album had the explicit label on it. Like, there's no vulgar language on it, but their satanic themes are very strong on that album. So it got hit with the parental advisory thing. And I guess it's quote unquote like too satanic for radio play. Even though there's like a lot of big songs on there that would do just fine, no issue.
Totally. Yeah. Well, weird.
But I digress. Sorry about that. I got off on a fucking rant because I guess I like doing stuff like this because it helps me support bands like yours where like you're not as on the map and your sound might be heavier than what would be on radio and like your city or my city, and I get to you know let people know more about your band, and I get to show people your band, and I like the freedom that internet radio supplies when mainstream fails everybody.
Hell yeah, man. Power to ya. That's it. That's the future, man. Future is now. You know?
Yeah.
So I agree. I also love it. And it's like normally, you know, when they talk on the radio and you're like in the work truck or whatever, I'm like fucking switching the channel or whatever. But, you know, on internet radio or certain podcasts or whatever, you're listening to specific things and you generally want to hear everything that's going on, if you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, what's the metal scene like in Ontario? Or may I even ask Canada in general, because I'm not too familiar.
Canada's really big. Ontario's really big too. There's definitely a metal scene. I mean, there's a metal scene everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Even the smallest towns that I know of have like a metal band. You know, at least one band that's like, oh yeah, there's a metal band in town or whatever, right? But as for Toronto, there's definitely a bunch of cool metal bands. We have hardly played with any metal bands in Toronto, though. We were in like the garage scene, I guess, like psychedelic kind of scene that's around in Toronto, and we kind of just fell into playing with a bunch of those kind of bands, which isn't a bad thing, but at the same time, it took till like this first show that we have back to actually play with some metal bands that we're fans of, and then on top of that, we're playing with another band that's not a metal band, but that's alright. As long as it's cool, as long as it's dark.
Yeah, that's a good point, honestly. The metal being everywhere, even if it's not as abundant.
Yeah, and I mean, like, different styles of metal, too, right? Like, growing up, I didn't know of, like, when I thought of metal, I thought of, like, metalcore, and I was not into that. I did not like that at all. You know, I was more, I don't know, I was not into it. I thought it was not cool. I mean, listening to certain stuff now, I can get into it, but, I don't know, it was like, you know, you have to hear, you're part of your environment, right? Like, everyone's around you just telling you, oh, yeah, this is cool. I'm like, I don't know, man. You know?
Yeah. It's just, I'm not trying to say, like, I was surprised that you guys were from Canada, but
yeah.
most people associate Canada, music-wise, with just Nickelback. So,
Nickelback, yeah. That's funny.
Even though, like...
Do people like Nickelback? Like, you're calling me from Tennessee, yeah?
Well, I can probably assure you that Nickelback is one of the most hated bands in this entire country, yet they've won a lot of fucking awards over here.
Yeah, I think they're definitely hated here, but they're definitely loved in certain places, probably in your country too, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know if people just like pretend to hate them, but actually really like them, or if there's like pockets of places that really like them. Like, well, that's the thing though, right? Like, isn't Nickelback signed to like Roadrunner?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're like a huge band on Roadrunner, which, you know, I'm not saying that I like them or anything, but I like the fact that because of them, it makes a label bigger, right? And then it's like it gives them more money, and that gives a label an opportunity to sign a smaller band, right? So, like, I understand the benefit of how something like, or a band like Nickelback will help, you know? Or even, you know, I see people like knocking Ghost, and it's somewhat the same thing, right? Like, obviously they're not, well, I don't know, I guess they're almost on the same scale, but, you know? But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But they're a huge band with, on a label that probably, I mean, I don't know what label they're signed to, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It helps, right?
Yeah, it does. Definitely does.
But that being said, I don't like Nickelback, so.
Well, I could almost say the same thing, but with me growing up with it, like, my mom played their shit all the fucking time. Like, even if I tell you I fucking hate a song, I can probably tell you all the lyrics to it. It's
yeah, man, I mean, they were popular, but I remember being a kid being like, this is really not cool. I was in, like, the second grade, you know what I mean? I remember being like, yeah, this is not cool. The only thing cool about the song is that there's like Spider-Man in the music video.
That's actually my favorite song that he's ever done is that one, because that fucking Spider-Man movie and the soundtrack was like my childhood.
Yeah, totally, man. I saw a movie in theaters twice, I think. Sweet.
So, back to Witchrot. Do you guys have any upcoming shows?
Yeah, so, sorry, I guess I didn't explain it or whatnot. So, when all this shit was going down, there's a promoter in town that, you know, I told him that I was leaving town forever, and I just wanted to thank him for helping us out. And then, all of a sudden, we got all this attention, and I messaged him, and I was like, hey, I think it's time we book a show. And he was like, hell yeah, I got this venue, this date, let's do it. And I'm really excited. It's going to be December 28th at this venue called Lee's Palace in Toronto, which is, I don't know, one of my favorite venues. Like, I've seen all them witches headline there, you know, Forrest play there. Yeah, bunch of cool bands. Iron Fire's playing there, like, it's worth it. So, the fact that we get to headline that venue is really fucking cool. And then we're going to be playing with Droid, who's an awesome band. Mount Cyanide, who's a new band with members of Biblical, and a band called Witchrot, who Crazy Bones played a house party with not too long ago. But yeah. So, and then we have that, and then we're going to do a couple dates going out to Quebec in February. And then hopefully in the spring make our way down to US of A, but visas are tricky for us Canadians to come in your country, but we just gotta do it, I think, right? Yeah, a lot of people have been helping, like, been responding really well, being like, you know, if you're ever in Texas, like, we'll book you here or whatever. And I'm like, that's awesome. That's so cool. So I really think with, like, the help of bands, we could probably book a tour ourselves and not kill ourselves, because I hate booking tours. It's the worst.
Yeah. That's awesome that you guys got support, like, even down towards Texas. That's really kick-ass.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, like, I don't know how many places in between Texas would be like, yeah, we'll split, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's like one person in Texas, one person in Florida. It's like, not really worth it to go, you know, we're going to have to find all these other dates in between, right? But, who knows? It is really nice, though. Like, it's fucking cool. It's really cool that people actually give a shit.
Yeah, that is really awesome. I'm really glad that you guys are getting all this extra attention instead of people like, because you got the fucking drama leeches that are just there for the drama and not even remotely for your music, which kind of pisses me off. But that's how a lot of people are nowadays. And then you got the people that actually looked into the music, which is really fucking cool.
Totally. I think my favorite comment was somebody wrote, "Came for the meme, stayed for the music." That's great, man. That's an awesome thing to say. I've been saying that a lot, you know? That's perfect. That's what I want, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And since you mentioned Texas, and then we were talking about Ghost earlier, if you ever do go down to Texas or just the south of the United States or the Bible Belt, for example, Ghost recently did a show in Texas, and a local church community in that area went to the venue to try to pray the evil power out of it.
Whoa, cool.
And with a band name like yours, if you happen to, like, almost every show I go to in this area, since I mainly go to, like, heavier shows, like, I've seen Slayer twice and Slipknot here and Motley Crue. Every single one, you have a church fanatic standing outside with signs saying that you're gonna go to hell because you like this music, and they usually have fucking megaphones and then people screaming Slayer at him and shit like that. It's
Slayer, yeah, that's funny, man. That's awesome. That's cool. That's like people bringing. It's like somebody standing outside of a carnival, kind of being like, "Come on, come on." You know what I mean? It's like pretty much the same thing, but
yeah,
in a different mindset. But
yeah,
that's funny. I mean, I would love to go down there and witness all that kind of stuff, other than the fact that a show could potentially be canceled. Which, I don't know, does that happen?
I think in Tennessee, I know, like, for example, Marilyn Manson, he stopped coming to our state for several years because of issues he was having. I think a black metal band got canceled somewhere in this area. Maybe with the sound of your band, and as long as it's not like extremely satanic, you might stand a chance. But
we might stand a chance. That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, sorry.
I don't know too much about how they do things, but I know that, like, if you're like Watain and you're like, I want to perform in Memphis, the fucking Bible freaks are gonna, like, metaphorically be there with pitchforks before you get there, and then if for some reason you actually do show up, they might literally come with pitchforks and crosses and shit like that.
Wow, that's crazy. That's cool, man. That's like, that is a story. If that does happen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Our singer is actually from Los Angeles, so maybe she's like, "Oh, American," and we're like, "Oh, okay," you know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I can only imagine them saying that, like, you're satanic and Canadian.
Yeah,
I can see that shit, like, fucking satanic foreigners, go back to your country or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, maybe. That's funny. Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to watch out. We'll have to be careful. We're pretty polite people, though. I mean, like, you know, we're not rude, because we're in a metal band.
Yeah, that's the fucking misconception everybody thinks when they hear, hey, I'm in a metal band. Like, most people probably think of... Sorry, you go ahead.
Well, that's kind of been the whole, I think that whole post blew up was because the metal community is so tight, and, like, online at least, because you were saying, you know, what's the metal scene like in Canada, and, like, I couldn't really say as much as I could about the online scene in the entire world, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's so tight-knit, right? Like, and, yeah, I think that's probably why we've gotten so much attention anyways, but I don't know where I was going with that. I forgot what you
I get what you mean, like, because, you know, sometimes it's like your local community almost feels non-existent, but the metal community is online is just so active, and it's awesome.
Yeah, there's just, like, metal things online that I flock to every day. Like, the only reason why I go on my computer.
I completely understand that and feel exactly the same way.
Yeah. Totally.
What are the best ways for people to support your band?
Best ways for people to support our band?
Yeah.
Like, you know, buying the music is one thing for sure. But I mean, actually following and, like, being like, oh, sick, look at this, like sharing things that you think is cool, and like, I don't know, we have a website, this is like Witchrot.com, and we have some shirts up of the broken guitar, and, like if people want shirts, you can get the shirt, and it's just like, that's cool, but like, come to the show when we play, and like, also, actually, like, hit us up, if you like our band, just be like, hey, I like your band, and then I'll be like, oh, cool, what's up, what's your name, let's chat, let's talk about music, or, I don't know, like, so many people have messaged me directly about, like, their life stories, because they would read that post, and I was like, whoa, okay, that's cool, but, like, you like my music, or, you're just, like, ranting to me, but, either way, whatever helps people, I guess, but yeah, to support the band, just, like, follow, like, stay up to date, I think, and you can buy the music, too, like, it all goes back into the music, right, like, it's not like we fucking make money and then it's like, alright, we're spending it all on coke tonight, like, that's not the way to do it, right? Like, you gotta save it for fucking more band stuff. Band fun.
Fuck yeah, man. That's about all the questions I got for you, man. But, and I really enjoyed this interview. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I'm glad I actually, like, stopped walking and took a seat.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having me, man.
Hey, before you go, would I be able to get you to make a tag for my show so that later when I play your shit, I can have you say a line right before it?
Yeah.
All right. Whenever you're ready, just say your name and say that you're from Witchrot, and if you want to include Crazy Bones in there as well, by all means do so, and then say you're listening to DJ Doomslayer on Metal Devastation Radio. You add whatever the fuck you want into that.
Wait, you're listening to DJ Doomslayer on Metal Devastation Radio?
Yeah.
Was that right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, just...
Yeah. Whenever?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Hey, this is Peter from Witchrot. You're listening to DJ Doomslayer on Metal Devastation Radio.